Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Go get something to drink. I got a coffee. Come on. All right. Yeah, that gets a little, I don't know. That gets a little nauseating, huh? I'm starting to get nauseated by it. Well, no. Sorry, Sir Paul. Sorry. No. Uh, hey, I hope everybody's gonna have a good weekend, and I appreciate you coming in and checking, subscribing and viewing and everything else, and I was checking Angel Gotti's live stream out, and so I'm bebopping along, and then you see all this stuff in the YouTube. Is it fantasy or reality land? And I've watched it 2 or 3 times, and somebody somewhere, I can't remember, said that Angel was a stepdaughter or something. So I put a question in the chat that said, what's this about you being a stepdaughter? As a question, I got kicked off the chat either by the content, the channel provider, or the moderator. It's like, geez, Angel. Well, I'll never watch her again. They time you out or something, then you go back in. God bless you. All they're doing is all they do over there is real crazy stuff, and it's no good. It's no good. They put all that stuff out on Front Street, current stuff, not stuff that's from the 80s and 90s and afterwards. No. I mean, some of them, they're not mob figures, and they're all trying to piggyback each other's channels to boost their channels up. MRE is a great encyclopedia. MRE is the encyclopedia of that stuff. If somebody wishes to view that channel, I don't know him from a bag of beans, but he studies and researches. He doesn't need anybody. They need him more than he needs them. And they're causing drama in soap operas, and it's best. My opinion would be just do your own thing. Do your own thing. You don't need to get trapped up into the Angel Gotti soap opera. You don't need that. That's all it is. It's like, wow. I put a valid question up there. You hear all this stuff. I said in a very innocent manner. And why just putting on there, people say, why are people saying that you're a stepdaughter of John Gotti? What was the motivation? They thought I was just busting the chops or something? Well, because there are trollers and everything like that, but it wasn't like the typical trolling question. I don't know. They do what they do. I do what I do. I do it a lot better. That's all I know. MRE is the only one with any communication skills, any journalistic skills, any common sense, any sense of an IQ. It's just Lee Cole is pretty cool. Danny Trio, whoever, like they think that, like, if you weren't busted or you didn't get caught and you didn't do any time and and they perceive these things like that. You didn't do anything in that realm, but so you don't qualify. I don't qualify. But just from his remarks, like said, like it might not even be true, but it was like, oh, he's a nobody. Me, well, exactly. I'm a nobody, and the FBI knows I'm a nobody. So that's cool. I was around my family. Where did his skills get him? Well, he was like, what was he, such a sharp gangster? I was around my family growing up. When my child was growing up, these guys were doing 10-year bids. It is what it is, folks. It is what it is. Yeah. It's a badge of honor. Yeah, I went and did 10 years and then yeah, it's a badge of honor. I'm sure your family thinks that's a badge of honor too. When they visit you guys in prison every weekend. Yeah, it's a badge of honor too. And that gives you credibility. Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. Yeah. That's what those channels like. That's what they like. That's what they like, ladies and gentlemen. And they are, and it's like, he's telling Lee Cole, hit the Patreon button, folks. Jeez. But it's just like, you don't even have good enough hustle, bro. You might state it once, and then the viewers might be more apt to it, but they're on a split screen, and he's telling Lee Cole, hey, I thought you were going to tell them to keep hitting the Patreon button in this video. Come on, Danny. And I don't want to be like those other people on that Angel Gotti live streams where they start slinging crap back and forth. God bless you, Lee Cole. God bless you, Danny Trio. I hope you get 100 million subs and subscribers. I hope you make the money. Okay? God bless you. Because this is the last time I'm speaking on Angel Gotti and Lee Cole. Lee Cole's a good guy. And Danny Trio, I got nothing against him. Maybe he's a nice guy, but I can't judge him by a couple things on YouTube. See, I'm smarter than that, folks. I'm smarter. I'm not into all. I don't want to get in all that conflict and then do back and forth bash videos. Really? That's no wonder why these guys went up. It's no wonder. It's no wonder. So that's that, folks. Let's see. Let's see what's going on in the news. I don't keep track a lot of times. I just don't keep track. I know this isn't your typical, Sammy the Bull Gravano video or Mike Francis and everything else. And, you can only do that so much. And if I see things, I'll comment about them. Yeah. Wow, right off the bat, suspect dragged carjacked and victim to his death. It's real nice news. Here it is. How, speaking of the devil, taking a break from the news can improve mental health. Ain't that something? That's why I told my buddy before, I'm not watching all that. Wow. Switching away from a 24/7 cycle of news along with a healthy diet is beneficial to mental health. Yeah. A constant influx of bad news, CNN and the Democrats and all the rest of that merry-go-round bullshit. Shootings, pandemic, inflation, national disasters, political turmoil can feel at best soul-crushing. Now the study, yeah, they're breaking people down on every level. They're breaking people down on every level. And then what becomes more easier after that? You can become more controlled. You're more controllable. They've tried these studies. They've been doing psychological studies going way back to the 50s and 60s, but we're not going to get into all that. With market segments and stuff like that. Yeah, I was going to say it. So, but now CNN News, I guess I just got a text from a friend this morning, and now they're starting to change that dumpster news channel, the CNN, because they can only ride that bashing fake news. I don't know how to put it anymore. It's fake news. Because it comes to a point where their loyal followers, their loyal viewers, just like those clowns' YouTube channels, they finally realize what's going on. They finally realize that, I've been bamboozled here. Because they can only say so much stuff out there. And then the general population is living their lives. And then when they finally find out that, well, the consensus of our living, our regular things that are going on, our realities aren't matching up. When everything's fine and dandy, and this regime of Biden and everything else left everybody broke. Then it's like, wait a minute, you see, you wake up to a lot of things when your money becomes affected. You could follow along and have a blindfold on. You could follow along so far. And while you're following along, every week you're like, geez, honey, we're going to have to cancel that dinner this week. I was going to take you out to dinner, but we ain't got no more. And they slowly wake up. Money in your pocket will make you wake up to a lot of things. And forgive me, that's why I said in those other videos, I hope gas goes to $10. Yeah, wake up, folks. Wake up. I got everything I need. I don't care if it goes to 20. I'm not wealthy, but just for the sake of waking people up, I want inflation to go to 20%. That's all. I mean, all right, let's find another. So, yeah, I'm doing the thing that I'm doing exactly what the study said. See, all that stuff causes stress and bad mental health. I just exemplified what that stuff does. That's crazy. And I'm not speaking on any medical thing. The psychiatrist from Vanderbilt University Medical Center says there's an endless availability of information. Yes. And where do we choose to get said information? An associate professor from behavioral studies. Without putting the brakes on it yourself, you can just keep going and keep reading and become more stressed. Right. Of course, we should be aware of some things, but then step outside of all that. Just like when I tell you, when I do the videos and maybe some gangster stuff, this is a small segment of your day. You still have to go out and enrich your life and have fun, live good. You got a husband, you got a wife, you got children, or you're single. Just go out and enjoy your day. Don't get so twisted up in all this stuff. Don't get so twisted up. They're laughing behind the scenes. They're laughing while they're counting the money. So I guess CNN News realized that, because now they're trying to change their tune a little. See, you can only ride that wave. I know people personally that they're Dems. They defended everything. They defended everything. I've seen them out in public, and they're like, I don't want to admit it, Joe, but I believe it. You know, yeah, why? Because you couldn't go to South Carolina and take. Why didn't you go on that vacation? Oh, you couldn't go to the amusement park? What happened? You better hope these heating. You better hope fuel costs go down for the long winter for all you Northern Democrats. You better hope it's a mild winter. You better hope. You're gonna be rah on those Democrats while you're paying those heating bills. That's priceless. They should do a psychological study on that, Vanderbilt University, of why people support the things that hurt them. Is that like, please forgive me, I might be wrong, but is that like Stockholm Syndrome? Like when you get kidnapped or something, and then you fall in love with your captor, or you believe in their agenda? Is that what happened to like Patty Hearst a million years ago? I don't know. I'm just asking. So that's that. Anything else on here? And they keep going over this Camp Lejeune victims. Government's going to pay them $21 billion. Just go sign up. Say you live there. They're just paying it out. They're just paying it out willy-nilly. Jeez. I don't know. I guess you have to have a doctor's something. Who knows? Who knows? This is just going to be opinion. Profile in cowardice. Army reprimands. Let's click on this. Let's see what's going on here. Army reprimands general who takes on Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson's a bad mamma jamma. He puts it out there real, to me. Fox News host Tucker Carlson speaks at the National Reviews Institute Ideas Summit. After Fox News host Tucker Carlson took to the airwaves to ridicule female service officers, an Army general defended the tens of thousands of women in the ranks in a social post. But instead of receiving praise for standing up for those in uniform, the general has had his retirement delayed and now reportedly faces the possibility of censure and other punishment. Oh, gosh, it's just a web of stuff. Tomorrow, they'll all be on different sides of the issue. Wow. Well, I don't know. Is it fine for females to be in the service? I think they could be effective in the military. But if I'm in a foxhole in a heated battle, I don't know if I want a female. Just for in general purposes, you don't want a woman in a foxhole that could get killed. And number one, and number two, I don't know. I'm not saying. I mean, she might have to run. If you're in Vietnam, let's just put it right out there. If you're in Vietnam, and you're dodging all the traps and booby traps and everything else, it ain't a place for a woman. It's I mean, come on. It ain't the right place. Just generally speaking. Well, if she's a sharpshooter and a marksman or something like that, or a markswoman, then it should be effective. I don't know about a woman being in the trenches of battle. Come on. No. And if we got to run for cover and I say cover me and I got to make it over there to that behind that tree and it's rough terrain, I don't know. Men and women are built differently. I'm not saying there can't be some rough and tumble woman out there, but they should, hey, see no evil, good morning. They should, well, I don't know. What do you people think? Would you like a woman in a battle, say Vietnam or a war, and would you like a woman, a female soldier near you in the foxhole? I don't know. So they all want to bash Tucker Carlson. He seems to be very informative. He seems to put out stuff that is just the reality of things. I mean, people just knock the reality because they want to keep their whacked out narrative going. But ladies and gentlemen, you know, a sucker is born every minute, but the people are starting to realize this facade of Biden and Harris and everything else, and they're starting to realize where this country's going. Yeah, if you need a female soldier, get Ronda Rousey. You know, let her rock and roll. But then you have to take in consideration, do they have a child at home? I mean, just like a man, men have children, men soldiers, but I don't know. I think a child needs his mother more than he needs his father. And we don't need that. My mom was good enough. My mom was more than enough to nurture us. Because they're making all these special accommodations for the female soldiers, and it's just making a mockery of the military service. That's what Tucker Carlson said. And this guy says he couldn't be more wrong, you know. No. Well, that guy that's rebuking Tucker Carlson, I wonder what his thoughts would be if he wanted a female soldier in a freaking foxhole with him under attack. That's all. And if somebody gets blown up or hurt, will she be able to carry him 500 yards to safety? I don't know. But you can't just make these broad statements and then go, oh, yeah, a woman could be yeah. They watch CNN, they watch NBC, and they're hypnotized, and there's some distractors now, but the rest of them are clowns. They're just clowns. And you'll see it in the next elections. You will see it. And if America doesn't wake up, then tank the country. Tank it. America's become a joke. Tank it. I'll be living good. But any young viewers that come in here that have a family of children and everything else, and you're going to be affected economically and financially, then you get what you deserve. Put in an extra shift at the factory if you want to go on vacation next summer or during Christmas or during any holiday. Put in an extra shift while you vote for these Democrats. That's all. God bless you. So that's a political football, and let's see what else we got in here. This is just, I don't know where this channel's going or this video's going, but taking a break from the news can improve mental health. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Jesus, for sending that in perfect timing. DA to charge 15-year-old rally shooting suspect. Well, geez, the DA, is that such an accomplishment that you're going to charge a murderer? Oh, thank you, DAs. Thank you. While you're letting out other murderers? Oh, okay. Wisconsin lawyer suing over fake elector plot. Let's see what this is about. Wisconsin lawyer suing over fake elector plot wants to probe Ron Johnson's January 6th communications. Look at, they just keep spinning it around. Senator Rob Johnson's public explanations about whether he played a role in a plan to reverse the 2020 election results have led the lawyers suing Wisconsin's slate of fake electors, in quotes, it says, to say he'll soon demand they turn over any communications they have made with him or the staff. Well, once it hits that point of the investigation, you don't think the other side knows that they eliminate those communications? It's just ridiculous at the end of the day. Yeah, what a sport that DA is. Yeah, geez, you are actually going to go prosecute a criminal? Geez. Thank you, DA. You're going to actually go, like that guy that was shooting around Maryland, wherever it was, in the car picking people off. They let him out many times. Go ahead, Democrats. Go ahead. Yep, term limits. So there was an unsuccessful recount efforts in the state during the election. Yeah. So he's pissed off and he wants to sue or something because they're just saying, to undermine Joe Biden's victory. Well, whatever. You can beat that till you're blue in the face. The fact of the matter is, Joe Biden's the president, and you got to move on, and you got to figure out what's next. Don't stay stuck on stupid and, rigged and it's rigged and everything. Well, forget about all that. The issue is now what's going to happen during the next elections, and hopefully, if there was rigging or whatever fixed, hopefully that could be addressed, because these people know even if they get busted, they don't get prosecuted because they're all the appointed judges. They're all Democrats. So what are you left with? And you get all these convoluted trials and everything, civil legal entanglements. You talk about a soap opera. That's their soap opera. Keep you distracted, keep you off your game. Stupid. Let's see what else we got in here. Oz, that Dr. Mehmet Oz says he supports Biden on marijuana pardons and opposes federal mandatory minimum prison sentences. He's running for Senate. Oz is running for Senate in Pennsylvania. Mehmet Oz opposes federal mandatory minimum prison sentences and thinks President Joe Biden made a rational move by announcing a broad pardon for certain marijuana users. Oz, the Republican Senate nominee in Pennsylvania, said Thursday in an exclusive interview with NBC News, a Republican candidate doing an interview with the enemy. The remarks represent a slight tack to the center in the final days of a race in which Oz, who trails in the polling, has repeatedly attacked Democratic rival John Fetterman as being too soft on crime. I give you credit. Maybe Oz wants to start prosecuting and putting these people away. Who wants these violent criminals running around? I mean, why does that seem like that's such a hard mountain to climb? When everybody in America wants to be safer and obviously put violent criminals away. Why is that such an accomplishment? When somebody actually, I gotta applaud Oz for that. It should be the norm. It should be the norm. Oz said he supports Biden's decision to clear the records of ex-convicts who were in federal prison solely on charges of simple marijuana possession. That's understandable because it's legal now. It's legal. You know, just like gambling and bookies and everything. It's legal now. Going to jail for marijuana is not a wise move for the country. I think folks who have used marijuana and that's the only reason they're in jail should not go they should not have that held against them. So he was good enough to say, well, that's a rational move, Joe Biden. Well, you know, on a marijuana issue, you're doing great, Joe Biden. You got the marijuana issue. What about the other 1,000 things you got messed up? So let's give Joe Biden some praise that, don't give marijuana. People that got, were in possession of marijuana. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff going on out there, Democrats, and, get somebody else to address the marijuana issue while your country is tanking, Joe Biden. Okay. Maybe he just wants everybody out there getting higher and higher and higher just to stupefy the country and just keep everybody dazed and confused and like, yeah, let's bet the Democrats. Yeah, hey. Yeah, that Joe Biden, man, he's doing. Hey, Bill, can I borrow $10? I got to put some gas in my tank. Boy, that Joe Biden, man, he's cool. That Kamala Harris, wow, she's sharp. Hey, did you hear they're going to let everybody out of prison for marijuana possession? Yeah, I think they want our votes. Been dazed and confused for so long, it's not true. I wanted a president, but never bargained for you. You gotta love it, my dear friends. You gotta love it. And now here we go. Now it comes to black doctors and white doctors about why do they always turn this into some kind of, and I'm not even gonna now they turn that to piggyback like, well, the black doctors have this policy and the white doctors have this policy, and now the white doctors are racist. What? Holy cow. They turn everything racial. They're scum. They're scum. Wow. Wow. Woo. Billy, Bally, Sally, and Timmy. Wow, 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 wow. It's the Saturday morning cartoons. Well, very, very interesting. Here's the great Nancy Pelosi, your Democratic queen. Let's see. Pelosi said in new January 6th video, what's this January 6th? We're looking for tomorrow. Get this country in order. They're tanking the country and they're just keep pointing the finger all over the place. This person, that. She's 120 years old. Google her, look her up, and see how she rolls, along with her boyfriend, Chuck Schumer. Wow. And they just keep slinging it while the country's tanking. Here, this is what Nancy Pelosi said. Let me re-up my coffee. If you stay, you stay. If you leave, you leave. this is going to be a longer show than I anticipated. But let's see what Fancy Nancy Pants has to say. Let's see what she's telling her Democratic Einsteins. Yeah. Let's see, folks. I don't care if I got one of you in there or 10. Let's see what Fancy Nancy has to say about January. You know, why do they keep bringing up all that bullshit? They're running out of gas. They're running out of gas, folks. That's all. They're running out of gas. I guess the country is tanking. Donald Trump is getting the blame of everything. And they're just... Are the Americans that stupid? I don't know. Here is Fancy Nancy Pants Pelosi. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said on the day of the attack on the U.S. Capitol that she hoped then President Donald Trump would come to the complex so that she could punch him out. That's really nice. Being in political office for 140 years, Nancy, and that's the responsible reply you make to something like that. Really? That's what you get with them clowns. Pelosi's daughter, documentary filmmaker Alexandra Pelosi, never heard of her, captured the moment. Oh, she's the one that produced the garbage on HBO that was first obtained by CNN. Oh, so she was in cahoots with CNN to get the footage so her no-name daughter could use that footage for an HBO special. It aired a few hours after the House Select Committee investigating the attack played other clips from the footage during its 9th hearing Thursday. Oh my gosh. Tell him if he comes here, we're going to the White House, the speaker jokes, reacting to Trump's speech at the White House ellipse earlier in the day. She is demented. She is demented. Another clip shows Pelosi speaking to her staff as a crowd began to amass at the Capitol. In it, Pelosi's chief of staff Terry McCulloch informs the speaker that the Secret Service had dissuaded Trump from coming to Capitol Hill to join his supporters. Yeah, because it's just a crapshoot of craziness over there. Donald Trump must have said, I'm not going over there. He draws bigger crowds than them clowns. I hope he comes, Pelosi responds. I want to punch him out. Really? You can't even stand up. You're a dinosaur, an evil dinosaur. This is my moment, Nancy replies. Fancy Nancy. I've been waiting for this. No wonder you ain't getting anything done. You're paying attention to too much of this other bullcrap. For trespassing on the Capitol grounds. I want to punch him out, and I'm going to go to jail, and I'm going to be happy. Wow, 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 wow. There you go. There's your Democratic leader of 100 years. There you go. Woo! And here, of course, Chuck Schumer chimes in. Oh, man. What are they so afraid of Trump for? They're all in office. What are they so afraid of Trump for? That they might not be able to rob? Because wait, now you got the fox guarding the hen house. Well, that's news. But it ain't news to me because you already know this stuff going in. If you got half a brain, and if you don't, vote for them. Vote for them all. Well, anything else interesting? We love dirty laundry. Kick them when they're up, kick them when they're down, kick them when they're up, kick them all around. Yeah, they love dirty laundry. Grease man charged with selling $470,000 in stolen goods from across New York. Let's see. Grease man accused of using boosters to steal nearly $500,000 in stolen goods. He was charged. Tony Orlando Camacho was charged with interstate transportation and sale of stolen goods. Yeah, years ago, I was running crazy, and there was a guy that had a pawn shop, and then he had an internet online shop, and the dopers and drug addicts and other certain people would go out and they would boost. They would steal either small items or higher ticket items, more expensive things. And then you could go right to his place and get cash. But he got busted eventually. This was a million years ago. And, I guess, what's happened in other states is boosters don't even need to worry. They're out doing, they got the big guy here for running the show. But all the other places are smash and grab, jewelry store, anything else. You just walk in, take what you want. You don't get prosecuted. Nice. Mm-hmm. See No Evil says, capable of gifting money or property and no fees for speaking engagements. That would be a good way to get politicians who want to do the job for the right reason. Yeah. Donald Trump didn't accept a salary for being president. And the Democrats are all, look at their how they do insider trading with the stock market and their stock portfolios. Unpack that if you got 5 weeks to unpack all that thievery. You could go on and on. You could go on and on. The more you unpack, the more you find. The more you look, the more you find. Grasshopper. The man utilized boosters, who are described as pay-for-hire burglars, who in exchange for cash would commit thefts on high-end tools. Yeah, they could tools and electronics. Boom. Well, if you got $1,000 item or a $500 item and you're jonesing to buy some heroin, and the guy says, "Yeah, look, it's brand new in the box. It's worth $1,000." He might give you 100, maybe 200 if you beg. And then they go sell these things for almost brand new. Let's see what else we got, my dear people. This is a laid-back show. Batavia man won $1,000 a week for life in the lottery prize. Wow. I don't know. Maybe I know him. Hey, man. He bought it at, I don't even want to give them credit. Do I know him? Sean. I don't know. Scratch-off ticket. Well, his first payment. Oh, it's an annuity, $33,000. He's going to get $33,000 after taxes. Well, there's the lotto. There's the scratch-offs. The worst sucker game on the planet. Yeah. Now people are running to go buy scratch-off tickets. Go right ahead. I hope your bills are paid. Let's see. Lee Zeldin made public safety a top issue in the New York governor's race. Yeah, go to New York City and see. You better lock the doors and pray. You better get the Bible and put it in your front seat. Them Democrats stay in control. I don't know, folks. I think that might be it. Black Poetry Day adopted by New York State. What's that mean? Black Poetry Day. Is there a White Poetry Day? Why is everything black and white? Aren't we just all Americans? What if before you said, hey, it's White Poetry Day? They'd be screaming and hollering. What's going on? Aren't we Americans? I don't know what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. Please, somebody tell me. You got to be in it to win it. Yep, get in it, see no evil. Get right in there. Just make sure you gamblers got food on the table and gas in your tank and whatever, but that's gambling. That's gambling. They gambled on their president and now they lost. They gambled and cast their vote. They cast it. And they lost it. Joe Biden's trying to talk about marijuana. He's putting all this credence in. It's like, thanks a lot, Sino Evil. You have a good day and a great weekend, too. Thank you to my good, awesome subscribers and viewers. Thank you. They're talking about marijuana. I mean, geez. Yeah, let them out of jail if they got busted with 10 pounds of marijuana and they're doing let them out. They're, well, that's a no-brainer. Solve something that's more important, Joe Biden. Joe Biden is easy on the but in the meantime, you're not prosecuting murderers. Oh, Lord have mercy, ladies and gentlemen. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. What are there football lines? Are there the NFL lines or something here? The Yankees got beat. Wow. Poor Aaron Judge. What'd he go? 0 for everything? Excuse me. Well, it's the Cleveland Guardians. Really? They're the Cleveland Indians. Why were the Indians? One Indian was in social protest to say, "Oh, how is that?" Indians played that game for Cleveland. Prominent. Do the research. But like the Washington team, I don't know, the Washington Redskins, no name. I love the Indians. I love the Indian people. I have friends that I love them. Are they sitting back going, oh, geez, why are they calling them Redskins? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But the Cleveland Indians, is that just like saying, well, the Bronx Italians or what? Tampa Bay's -10 at Pittsburgh, over under 46. San Francisco -4.5 at the Atlanta Falcons, over the back numbers 45. Baltimore Ravens -5.5 at the New York Giants. New York Giants could be a little dangerous. They don't have the firepower, but they got defense, maybe. The Jets +7 at Green Bay Packers. New England Patriots at Cleveland Brown +2.5. Cincy -3 at the Saints. Minnesota Vikings -3 at the Dolphins. Jacksonville +2.5 at Indy. Carolina +10 at the Rams. Arizona -2.5 at Seattle. Buffalo Bills -2.5 at Kansas City. Hold the phone. How's Kansas City an underdog at home? Is it going to be revenge for the Bills? Well, they cannot let that Kelsey just run loose, unmolested everywhere on the field, just like he did that other game. Double cover him. Get beat by somebody else. Who are these defensive coordinators? Jeez. He's in the huddle. He says, now, listen, Mahomes, I'm going to do a little curl pattern, and then I'm going to stop. I'm going to have a little sip of my coffee, savor it, and then go, all right, throw me the pass, boom, and I'm going to rumble on for another 17 yards. What? Jeez. Holy cow, folks. Cowboys +6.5 at Philadelphia Eagles. Denver +4.5 at the Chargers. That's Monday night. And then Thursday. Then wow, they go away extended. This is a good site. Oh, that's the Draft Sportsbook DraftKings. Sure, they're the head honchos. They are the head honchos. So, hey, I thank you, my subscribers. I'm rising up there a little bit. That's cool. That's cool. I want to talk to more people and interact. I got no friends. I do. I'm lonely. I feel so lonely, baby. I could cry. So, I don't know. I'm psyched. I'm happy. We're blessed. We're given this day to, the news and all that stuff. Whatever it is. But with all that being said, we got to go out and have a good day with our husband or wife or child or mother or father or sister. We got to go out. Let's enjoy. And if you have a senior parent that's in there, call them up. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. How you doing today? Reach out to them, because the senior citizens get depressed also, and they suffer. Just like the Mother's Day video. Mother's Day, every day is Mother's Day. Every day is Mother's Day. Oh, geez, it's Mother's Day. Let's go to dinner, and here's a card. Hey, Ma, I love you. Bye-bye. And it's crickets for the rest of the year. Okay. You don't think these parents sit home at 60 years old, 50, 60, 70 years old? You don't think they sit home and they might think, well, how come Billy hasn't called me? How come Sally hasn't called me? It's a valid question. So that's that. You get everything from A to Z here. It's the Cup of JoJo show. And I'm confident. Because we need to be confident. We need to fight back. Don't give up, okay? So, let's, Saturday, October 15th. Let's see what we got. We got a little spirituality here, and I'm going to throw it in at the end of my video. Yeah, the Indian community, they made all these claims. Oh, they're uproaring and please. They picked out one Indian and said, Chief so-and-so said, blah, 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 blah. And that's the whole narrative for the Indian nation. The Indians should be like, want to be more recognized as a part of a society. They should be, they're part of us, Americans, American Indians, Native Indians, but we're living in America. So they should be excluded. So while they're doing all that, they just got excluded. They just got excluded. They got erased, like for, in public, public view. I know it is. Well, a few years ago, my best friend, one of my great friends, the most good-hearted people, and laugh and everything else. And I mean, just like any nationality, why do they play these games? Why do they play all these crazy games? And people are sitting back going, yeah, oh geez, yeah. The dumbing down of America, ladies and gentlemen. They've put it in place way back in the 50s and 60s, psychiatrists and psychologists. The dumbing down of a population and what tools are necessary to implement it over a vast population. Physically, mentally, psychologically. I don't want to get into the science of it because I don't have 3 hours and I'm an old man and I'm tired. All right. Okay. It's already October 15th. So, Jesus calling, a little spiritual psychology. Try to lift you up a little. What's so bad? Oh, it's Jesus. Oh, run for the hills. Really? Really? But when Aunt Tilly's in the hospital, dying on the bed, don't be saying, oh, please God, save Aunt Tilly. Oh, please God. Well, wait a minute. I thought God and Jesus was a turnoff. But in the moment of truth, when there's a crisis, you become prayer beggars. You're begging to somebody you don't even have a relationship with. How can you ask to date a girl or marry a girl? Well, hey, do you want to get married? Well, I don't even know you, Joe. I mean, come on. I'm good. I'll toot my own horn. We should be confident and follow your dreams. Be confident. Every once in a while, toot your own horn. Keeps you going. But then I criticize myself too. Oh, listen, a guy commented, God bless him, I forgot his name, but he said, yeah, I watched 1 minute and 37 seconds and then turned off, LOL, whatever. I just put down thanks for commenting. Was I having technical problems or whatever? I don't know. But rock and roll. Bye-bye, bro. God bless you. What do you want me? How do you want me to reply to that? He said, after 1 minute and 37 seconds, I turned off. Well, what do you want me to do? How did you want me to comment to that, my friend? Oh, geez, I'm trying to get a better studio, and sometimes my streaming comes in and out, and I'm trying my best, sir. How about this? Bye-bye. Forgive me, but that's how I really feel. Little baby. Go watch Mike Francis and Sammy the Bull and Angel Gotti and the whole As the Soap Opera Gangster Life Turns. Go ahead, get a bottle of Jack Daniels and get wasted on that shit. All right? That's how I feel. That's how I feel. Makes a crybaby sting. I invite comments and everything, but that was more or less hilarious. I just said thanks for commenting. He felt the need to tell me he jumped ship after 1 minute and 37 seconds. What do you want me to do? Apologize? If you watched any of my videos, I always say I'm sorry for technical difficulties, my dear friends. Somebody give him a bottle and burp him and change his diaper, okay? Please. And then read him a bedtime story. Maybe they dead missed. Read him that. But I don't think this book will put him to sleep. It'll wake him up. Hey, I'm supposed to be doing this devotion. Try to stay conscious of me as you go step by step through this day. My presence with you is both a promise and a protection. My final statement just before I ascended into heaven was, surely I am with you always. His final statement before he ascended to heaven was, surely I am always with you. Wow. Bailed me out of a couple of hairy situations, like being dead, for crying out loud. The promise was for all of my followers without exception. That promise was for all of my followers without exception. The promise of my presence is a powerful protection. As you journey through your life, there are numerous pitfalls along the way. Yes, landmines everywhere. Bullets coming in. Many voices clamor for your attention, enticing you to go their way. Yeah, we get distracted. A few step away from your true path are pits of self-pity and despair, plateaus of pride and self-will. If you take your eyes off me and follow another's way, you are in grave danger. Yeah, follow those nutcases. Follow those maniacs. Put your focus on all that stuff. You're in danger, bro. Even well-meaning friends can lead you astray if you let them usurp my place in your life. If you let them take up their time, that should be, pay attention, put some focus on Jesus. Save a little time. Not just to be a prayer beggar when you're in a crisis. The way to stay on the path of life is to keep your focus on me. Awareness of my presence is your best protection. I want that protection because I lived it and he proved it. And I'm not even sure I was worthy of it. All right. So this is our video. And I appreciate everybody in there. And like I said, Angel Gotti and all of that stuff over there, let them rock and roll. They're threatening each other every other day. They're threatening. And it's all like the National Enquirer. It's tabloid by now. And I'm never going to go back to them channels. MRE, he's an encyclopedia of stuff. If people like that stuff, he's very, very, he's really good at that stuff. Other than that, Lee Cole, Danny Trio, whoever, God bless them. I'll do your thing. I'll stay in my lane over here and enjoy the people I got. I don't need the piggyback in there with all that. I don't need them. That's just a headache. It's a soap opera. And, I hope Angel Gotti does all right. Somehow I got kicked off the chat because I didn't believe she was a stepdaughter, but I was more or less asking, why are people saying that she was the stepdaughter? So it said the channel provider or moderator removed me for timed out. I got timed out for that. Well, I'm timed out for good now. Bye-bye. God bless. Get your 75 people in your comments. And you're a high-profile name, and you're milking the Gotti name. You're milking it. You got to be just out in the public light, just like your father. God rest his soul. And you got to be all the Gottis. Here I am, everybody, showboating. Well, God bless you. Get the money. But don't get dragged into threats. Well, you tell yourself how you know it's all staged. The minute somebody said to her, they're going to threaten her with all this and that, and then she was replying back, oh no, oh dear, oh, well. A Gotti, a true Gotti, would have said, F you ever come around me, you ever do this or that, there will be some problems. That's how a Gotti would reply. Not these clowns on a 5-way split screen smack throwing around all this soap opera stuff, and she would just maintain whatever. A true Gotti would be like, F you, blah, 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 this and that. So that's when you know it's staged. That's when you know it's staged. Because she would have went off like a sailor. She would have swore like a sailor, a true Gotti. When you got another person on a split screen saying they're going to come and put your public information online, your address, your car, yeah. That's how a true Gotti would have replied differently. So let them do their soap opera. Danny Trio, Lee Cole is all right. Danny Trio, I don't have any use for. Let them do what they do. And let them run their soap opera. That's all. Let them do their soap opera. She's got a recognizable name, and yes, she's going to use it. That's all. They have to be out there. Look at me. Look at me. They have to just do all that. If she wants to, but don't get caught up where people are going to figure it out. People are going to figure it out. Any thinking person is just going to say, just like anything else I've been talking about. When you watch social things and platforms and everything, you have to think. You have to dig into it. Because then you say, well, why didn't she do this? Well, there's other motivational reasons. There's other motives. There's other factors of why the normal thing that's 99.9, the normal's not happening. So the 0.1% that's happening, well, there's motives. So let them run their soap opera. I will never watch them again, ever. Maybe MRE, and that's it. And the Shades guy, the Shades is all right. The rest of them, they're making up drama, they're making up conflict and all that. And it's tune in tomorrow to see if Charlie Brown retaliates from whatever happened yesterday. It's worse than As the World Turns. It's worse than All My Children. It's worse than an 80-year-old knitting circle. I'd be embarrassed if I was them. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So that's it, folks. Thank you, my dear friends. Thank you, my subscribers. Thank you, my viewers that might have come in here today. And hit the like button, hit the share button, subscribe. I don't say it a lot, but I'm going to say it on this Saturday. So I appreciate all that. Stay safe. Have a great weekend. Coffee burps. I try to camouflage it. Be the kings and queens of your world. Don't give up. Keep fighting. Things will get better. It's not partly cloudy. It's partly sunny. All right. So I'll be back tomorrow probably. And thank you all, my dear people. And stay safe. And I appreciate your support. All right. I'll talk to you then. God bless and goodbye.